1, 2.
What was that?
1, 2, 3.
It's the podcast. What do you want me to do?
That's good enough. That's good enough. Hey, 1, 2, 3. It's the podcast. I got special co-hosts today, Cosmo and Wittrook, filling in for both Joel and Jose, because Jose's sleeping off a birthday hangover, and Joel's just too cool for school. Come on, people, you know that. Thanks for coming to the podcast today. Gonna have a little shorter show, if all goes well. We got Damian Stokes from Karate Sleepover coming to talk about the troop and what they've got coming up here in the short-term interim. Kaz, should we start it off with Game of Thrones?
Most certainly.
Are we talking Game of Thrones?
We're talking Game of Thrones.
This is GoTalk, people. Some sort of transitional video that we don't have yet. So episode 2 just came out Sunday. Spoiler alert, we're going to talk about it. So if you haven't watched it, you're going to have to come back and check this out later. But for all the true fans that have watched it 2 or 3 times like me and Kaz, on the pizza meter, let's go to the pizza meter. So this is your least favorite.
Right.
This is your least favorite Game of Thrones episode, and this is your all-time favorite. Where were we here?
Man, I gotta say, this was a good episode. This is up there, man.
So we're getting
This was good. This was good.
Wait, what's your max? Where's your max at?
Well, that's...
Okay, so you're about here.
I mean, that was a good episode.
So you're almost to good gas station pizza.
No, it's probably...
You're closer to microwave pizza?
Past gas station pizza.
So that's more like right here.
I don't know.
No, not that close. So...
I'd say right here.
So decent gas station pizza. But not amazing gas station pizza?
Closer to Chick-fil-A.
Okay, it's okay. If you don't know what that means, check out episode 1. You'll get all the details. So we got... How's the episode start out? We got my man Jon Snow is going south to harvest all the dragonglass.
Oh, yeah.
Now, he gets 2 letters at once. I like to call this synchronicity. Okay? He gets a letter from Dany saying, come bend the knee. Probably going to bend that ass over. That's just my theory. Alright? And then he gets a letter from Samwise Gamgee. Samwell Tarly. Samwell Tarly gets a letter from Sam saying, dude, there's a mountain of dragonglass under Dragonstone. So he's talking to the Northern Lords. They're all like, King of the North stays in the North. King of the North. King of the Cubby Bear's like, dude, I have so tried to get this for you, man, and you're going to leave me just like that? I thought we were going to maybe have something maybe like 10 years from now. Or so. She's playing the long con. She's playing the long con, you know. Yeah. Hopefully the Cubby Bear gets her way, but you know John's got to do what John's got to do. Leaving the North to Sansa seems like a good idea. I think he just wanted to stop hearing her bitch. What do you think?
I don't think it's a good idea.
Why?
I don't like Sansa.
Well, I don't like Sansa either. But she is a Stark.
Yeah, well, there's got to be a Stark in Winterfell.
There's got to be a Stark in Winterfell. But what's going to happen when Bran comes back and he's the male Stark?
He can't walk, so
he can't walk. So they're just going to
really rule if you can't walk.
Is that what the Lords of the North are going to say? He can't walk. Cripple of the North. Oh no, he just went there. And you see, dude, Damon, you're like, I wonder what I can say. I can't say. Well, there's a line. We just haven't found it yet. I don't know. So you don't like Jon leaving Sansa in charge, but you do like him going down south.
Oh yeah. Well, somebody's got to be in charge. I get it. It makes sense.
Now this is where she's gonna play Littlefinger, though, dog. She's got Bran. Oh, Sansa has Bran coming from the north, who knows because of his new Professor X mind powers that it was Littlefinger who put the knife up against Ned's throat. And then we got Arya coming up from the south, who was in King's Landing when Littlefinger put the knife to Ned's throat. You don't think she's going to find out about this? She's going to play Littlefinger, marry him, take half of his estate, or become a ownership of his estate, which is the Knights of the Vale. You know what I'm saying? She's going to get naked, and then Arya's going to pop her face off. It's like, you're dead! You're dead! What do you think, Kaz? You like it?
I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
All right. I can cheers to that. I like it when people agree with me. Joel never agrees with me. Jose just thinks I'm stupid. He's probably right. All right.
Joel's not here, so...
2 out of 3 shows Joel's not here. And he wants that producer credit. You know, he's like, I need that producer credit, dog, because I just show up and party when I want. Yeah. Shout out to Joel. He's our co-producer. Anyways, so speaking of going down south to Dragonstone, you got Danny down there. She's laying the smackdown on Varys. Oh, yeah. Like, dude, how am I supposed to trust you, dog? How am I supposed to trust you, dog? And you know, he's like, how am I supposed to trust you, girl? You know, it's kind of like a trust thing going on. But I think that they're both like dogs who are posturing, and I think that they kind of seen eye to eye. Yeah. As long as Varys knows what?
His place.
That's right. Or else what?
Done. Yeah.
Yep. You gotta love that.
Feed him to the dragons.
I like the part where Lady Olenna tells Dany that she's got to be a dragon. Yeah. You know, some people that I've talked to in the circle of the Throners, they say, ooh, this is going to lead to her being the Mad Queen. Oh, she's just going to, you know, be killing people, setting fire. Well, isn't that make for good TV, right?
Well, yeah.
And, you know, maybe Jon's going to have to take her out. Who knows? Jon's going to take everybody out. He's going to be just the king of nothing. King of, I don't know. Anyways. You like the episode on a meter? You give it almost.
It was good. It was a good episode.
What do you think about Hot Pie? Did you cry when you seen Hot Pie?
No, I didn't cry. I didn't cry.
Do you like Hot Pie?
Yeah, I like Hot Pie.
That like GoTalk Hot Pie or just Hot Pie on the TV show? Do you know what a Hot Pie is?
No. Well, I mean, they could have several meanings, I suppose.
So, what do you think? Here's another metaphorical food question. What do you think Arya's thoughts on the pizza meter were of Hot Pie's bread? Oh. Where do you think she was rating that?
She loved it. She is all about Hot Pie's bread.
So that was like a gourmet pizza then?
Oh, for Arya, yeah. Probably hasn't eaten too much. She's probably been, you know, on the road. And when she saw that Hot Pie, she had to be all up on that.
Hot Pie looked like he was trying to get all up on that Arya. That's what it looked like. Oh, yeah.
He, you know, tells her, I can't believe I didn't know you were a girl. You're cute, you know. He's all about that.
But doesn't she have to immediately question Hot Pie's taste if he couldn't tell that she was a girl in the first place?
I don't know. She was trying to be a guy.
Nice.
So. No, I mean, she was trying to be a guy, so it worked, right? Earlier.
I mean, she touched Hot Pie's shoulder, and that's about the most action he's probably going to get in a week, besides a new, fresh apple pie.
I don't know, man.
Pie.
I mean, he makes some good hot pies, so you never know what's coming his way.
Do you think that showing Nymeria is going to set up anything, or was it just a quick nod to the fans? You think Nymeria's going to come back and wreck some shit at some point?
Nymeria's going to come and save the day at some point. So you come and kill somebody who's about to do something.
So Nymeria will come back and make a big play at some point. They didn't just bring her back as a nod to the fans.
No, she's coming back.
Are you trying to kill something? What are you doing over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill this fucking fly.
Alright.
There's a fly at my other location, too.
Paul's gonna use his Jedi mind tricks to kill that fly. But, the battle. Let's talk about the battle. They have the big battle, and Game of Thrones battle scenes, especially Battle of the Bastards from last season, and this one right here, the naval battle, they're getting a little more, not Evil Dead. What's the third movie in Evil Dead? Army of Darkness. It's reminding me of some Army of Darkness shit, you know? When Euron's coming out there with it's reminding me of Ash when, you know, he's just like totally losing it in the field of blood. I loved it. It was good.
It's great.
As far as battle scenes go, just battle scenes, where does that rank on your pizza meter?
Oh, it was good. It was short. It was a short battle, but it was a good battle. Some good stuff in there. I love when Euron comes in and falls down right crushes cool. Somebody right with that
tits.
That was pretty cool. I'd say it was a good battle. It's right there, you know.
It's gas station pizza.
I think gas station pizza's like here. So when I go here, I'm going above that a little bit. I think we decided it was boom, 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 right? And then...
Well, I had it as microwave gas station gourmet.
Well, yeah, but there's...
But you want to go microwave
gas
gourmet
station pizza?
Like Pizza Hut gourmet?
Yeah, but how do you go past gourmet if that's as far as my arm wants to go?
You break that shit off,
and gourmet's not the best.
You lean.
We talked about this. It's like a good steak, you know.
Well, then you go for cosmic pizza and you give it the full lean so that you know the weight of your of your, whatever. It doesn't matter. You thought it was about...
It was good. It was good.
Like, Perfect Pizza, Pizza Hut.
Listen, I was disappointed with Theon, of course.
He's such a reeky little bitch.
He is. He's still Reek. He's not
still,
Theon.
Yeah.
He's Reek.
Just when you think he's killing people in battle, and just when you think he's turning that corner, he reeks it up.
He did.
Yo, but he was going to die if he tried to fight.
He's smart because he was going to die, and now he's going to be around later to do something.
He's like a cockroach.
Yeah.
He's going to survive the nuclear winter. He's just a survivor. A dickless survivor. Yeah. Anyways, y'all, if you didn't see Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 2, you're slacking. All right, man. We're doing things different since we ain't got our co-hosts to do their thought of the day and their Pleasure Town tales. So we're going to skip straight to the guest. And we have from Karate Sleepover none other than the famous, funny comedian, Damian Stokes. Damian Stokes. Just met him for the first time today. Nice to meet you, brother.
You too. I gotta say, I have never seen Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of TV shows are you into?
I don't know. Right now, I'm rewatching Sherlock.
That's a good one.
It is.
That's a good one. Did you like Doctor Strange?
The movie?
Marvel?
The movie Doctor Strange?
Did you like that?
Actually, I haven't seen that one yet.
If you like that actor, what's the actor's name?
Cumberbatch. What's his first name? I don't know.
Cumbersnatch.
Yeah, that one.
Benedict Cumbersnatch.
Yeah.
If you like Benedict Cumbersnatch, you probably like Doctor Strange.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, for sure. So here's a little thing about Game of Thrones. If you're into medieval shit, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Lord of the Rings?
Oh, yeah.
It's like Lord of the Rings at the strip club, basically.
I'm all about it.
Okay,
yeah.
You should definitely check it out. If you took Lord of the Rings to the strip club with like drugs and dragons, that's Game of Thrones. So
that sounds like a pretty good time. I'll have to check that out.
I'm sorry if I just ruined the whole series for you while you were standing over there. But we've already said our piece about Game of Thrones. Let's talk about you, Damian. Karate Sleepover. Who had the idea? Where did it come about?
We're pretty much a collective. I took a few guys that had been at open mics about a month and a half ago. I talked to them about just forming up as a group, and some of them had already been doing sketch, and Paul was really big into improv, but we were all doing the stand-up thing, and I talked about working together, and I was probably like a week and a half later, we decided that Karate Sleepover was the name, and Paul got a hold of Justin over at the Q, and we booked a show for Lucy Fest.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, August 5th, 10 p.m., we're going to be at Lucy Fest.
Say it again, right into the camera.
August 5th, 10 p.m., Lucy Fest. $10 tickets, right there at the Q. Going to be a great time.
Cool, man. That's awesome. And Karate Sleepover, who came up with the name, and how did you guys decide that, that's the one?
We honestly just couldn't decide on a name, and that was one of the suggestions, so we all finally decided we wanted to get booked at some point, so we just decided, we'll just take Karate Sleepover.
All right.
It honestly could have been just about anything at that point. We were just sick of looking for a name.
So, is there any story behind it? Any thought? What's it mean to you, I guess?
Just something fun, youthful, just playing around. We can make some pretty sweet logos off it.
Nice, no doubt. Logos are fun. Did you want a beer, man?
Oh, no, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, cool. So, you guys basically do skits, or how's it work when you get together? What's the product going to look like on, what was that date again?
August 5th.
August 5th.
August 5th. We've got a few sketches on YouTube now. Our channel's just Karate Sleepover. Mostly they're more commercial based on the show coming up on the 5th. We have one we're editing right now. It's a real good skit. It should be a hit. It's based on superheroes and the dynamic of roommates. It's going to be fun.
Don't give away too much, but that sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds good, man.
Other than that, we just kind of been working on our sets for the show coming up. We have some more sketches in the works, some that we're just writing out and getting down the base for. But we're also working, some of us are working on the improv scene a little bit.
Where do you guys like to where out in the public do you guys like to work out your stuff? Where's a good place that you guys get together perform for a crowd?
Thursday nights at the Q, we do open mic. Myself and Andrew Young, another member of Karate Sleepover, we host at the Bear Brick in Little Valley on Tuesday nights.
Okay.
We usually we share a lot of the same people, so there's not a lot of comedians in the area until you get up to like Buffalo. So we get 4 or 5 guys from Jamestown that drive out to Little Valley, and we get some from Salamanca and Little Valley drive all the way out to Jamestown on Thursdays, and just kind of work our material together.
Everybody likes to work together. It's kind of like a close-knit group.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like competition or catty shit.
No, we're once in a while there's a little conflict, but...
So who's on your shit list?
I can't say.
You know he's got somebody. You can just see it hiding behind those eyes. There's definitely somebody on his shit list.
We'll stay politically correct on that one.
Alright, damn. We're always looking for the dirt. That's cool.
Well, even the people on the shit list, though, I mean, it's a small scene. I still invite everybody to come out to the open mic, even the one I host. I'm never going to tell anyone they can't show up. Even people I find not particularly funny or just offensive. I mean, everyone stays within their limits for the most part.
Cool. That's good, man, that you keep it open like that. Positive vibes go a long way. So... when did you start getting into this stuff, man? And what brought you into, like, you know what? I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna do it.
Actually, it was only April, maybe, that I started. I was driving all the way up to Buffalo. Andy started out going up, and I was going up with him. He's got, like, 1 show in more than I do as far as open mics. And then, it was hell trying to drive to Buffalo once a week, finding the time to drive all the way up there for, like, 5 minutes of mic time to drive all the way back. And there was no way getting up there more than once a week. So we decided to get a hold of Brandy over at the Bear Brick about using their venue, and we just started hosting, which we got in a slew of shit from the Buffalo comedians are not fans of not earning your spot as a host. So I don't think they like us so much at this point. Well, just because we didn't earn it. It was out of necessity. There was no way we were driving all that way and earning anything. It was kind of, we're starting it.
Well, you know, that's actually good, and I'm going to tell you why it's good. Because if you have people who are established throwing vibes at you, whether they're good or bad, they notice.
Yeah.
And haters can hate all they want, but in the end, you do what you got to do. So anybody that says, well, you got to do, you're not, make your own path. I love that. I can dig that shit, man.
That's pretty much where we're at, and that's where the detractors are coming from, or you guys don't have enough time in, why are you doing a show? It's like, well, because we booked a show, we're just out hustling. I mean, you could have done it.
Out hustling is pretty much April, we'll count April, May, June, July, 4 months. You've gone from, I'm going to start trying to do this shit, coming up with material, driving out to Buffalo, fuck it, I'm going to host my own stuff, and now you got your own troupe that's going to play at the Lucy Fest in 4 months.
Yeah, most of that's come in the last month, really. I mean, it's been maybe 5 or 6 weeks. I contacted the guys, Jim Drain, Mike Barrick, Paul Clemente, Jamestown's own, myself and Andrew Young. That's a collective of Karate Sleepover. I think between all of us, I think we have maybe 10 years experience in stand-up, and that was with a few years off in between. But real talented guys, real funny guys.
Cool, man. And so you have a YouTube page, did you say?
Yeah, we're just at Karate Sleepover. You go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Karate Sleepover. We got our sketches linked up there.
More to come?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Hopefully by the end of the week we'll have our big first one up.
Okay. Well, who's some of the comedians that influenced you personally, man?
I like Louis C.K. a lot.
You watch a show?
I watched some of Louis. I didn't watch all of it, I don't think. But big into his stand-up specials. He's the most notable one as far as it goes. Like Birbiglia. I can't think of too many more right off the top right now. I try not to watch too much stand-up now because I don't want to accidentally steal stuff from their sets.
I don't listen to much music. I don't listen to much popular music because I just want to, focus on my own shit. So I understand that, dude. Aside from things that, you personally just don't want to talk about, but something that you can share with us, what was your most embarrassing moment as a kid? Because it's the moments like that build you into the type of character that does stand up. It's the embarrassment. It's the fucked up shit that happens to you. So, as a kid, like maybe what's an incident you have in your mind buried or at the forefront that really turned your face red and you're like, shit, if I can go through this, I can do a lot of things.
Oh man, I had a lot of embarrassing moments as a kid.
Didn't we all?
Maybe the most embarrassing that I can remember that's okay for this. I had a crush on a girl, and I made the mistake of telling my mom.
Oh, no.
So she went and told her mom, and that's how I found out was when I came back through the school, because her mom told her, and then she told all her friends.
And so everybody at the school knew your secret before you knew it wasn't a secret.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good one.
That's Game of Thrones shit. Where your parents just want to join houses. The kids don't really have a say in it.
Yeah. So thanks, Mom.
Shout out to your mom. What's up, Mom?
She'll never see this.
No. Hey, never say never. She might be a huge fan of 1, 2, 3. It's the podcast. If not, you will be. Give us some time. But would you ever be interested in mixing a comedy/music show?
I've heard horror stories about it, but I'm down for any shows right now. It's one of the big things that a lot of comedians tell you is not to do a set in between music, because everyone gets up and leaves because they're there for the music.
Right.
But I've heard about sometimes it goes great. I'm down for it. We were talking about doing that not too long ago, and that deal kind of fell through, but yeah, I'm down.
I gotta say, I was recently at a show out in Rochester, and it was a band I like, and they had a puppet, a ventriloquist, and it was not well received. Everybody wants the music, like you said. They're not there to see this guy do his ventriloquist act. You know what I mean? So I follow what you're saying on that.
I was thinking more along the lines of one of our shows, and we only have 15 people that come to our shows anyway. So it's not like they're going to be like, boo, I tripped the Deuce! They're going to be like, hey, well, this is a welcome change. One of those guys. Karate Sleepover, that's my shit. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll put that together sometime. Have one and then the other instead of mixing it up, So
yeah, I'm down for whatever.
That. I can't wait to see your guys' stuff. We were gonna try to talk Damian into performing today, but the Lucy Fest is right around the corner, and he wants to keep that Primo's shit sealed up for you guys. So you better go check it, all right? Because it's been boiling and it's bubbling up to the surface, and when it's time to come out, baby, it's probably coming out, huh?
Oh yeah.
Anything else you want to tell the people before you head off?
I don't think so. Just August 5th at the Q, 10 p.m. Rob Will's our host. You'll remember him from Wits and Giggles. He hosts Wits and Giggles. Local comedian, has been doing it for 8-9 years, I think. And it's myself, Andrew Young, Paul Clemente, and Jim Drain. Mike Barrick's in the group, but he's going to be out of town. He decided that seeing Dropkick Murphys was more important.
He's the Joel of your group.
He's
the Joel of your group.
I gotta say, if I had tickets, I probably would have chose that too. I've heard my jokes. So.
He took his girlfriend instead of you. You're a little bitter.
Yeah.
Fuck. What are you gonna do? Well, Damian, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, check out Karate Sleepover at the Lucy Fest and at the Q sometimes. And check out their page. Keep in tabs, all right? Thanks, man. We're going to reconfigure. We'll be right back. Hey, guys. We want to thank Damian for coming by, talking about Karate Sleepover. Since JP ain't here and Jose ain't here to do their segments, me and Kazi just figured, screw it. We're going to play some music. So this next song is an original song written by the Woo Boys, otherwise known as the Brothers Witruk. It's a Trip the Deuce song, so shout out to my boys Scappy, Jason Tonin, and even Andrew Gritters in a faraway land, you son of a bitch. This song is called Cowards on the Run. It's about the spirit of Kurt Russell in the movie Tombstone. People don't just talk
Busy with me now.
Thank you. We are the Woo Boys. Better wise known as Brothers with Truk. That's some Trip the Deuce shit. Don't give up on Trip the Deuce, guys, because we haven't. And you know who else we haven't given up on? Not since the 90s. Never, not once. The second coming of the Beatles. Better wise known as Hootie and the Blowfish. Kaz, show these people what they need to know about 90s living.
Brush my hands through, but I care, and then I pray to God, you gotta help me fly away. Let her cry, and the tears fall down like rain. Let her sing, ease all the pain. Let her go, you can walk right out on me. If the sun comes up tomorrow, let her be. girl fell in love with long ago. I went to the back, get high, sat down on my couch and cried, yelling, oh mama, please let me, won't you hold my hand, sing, let her cry. Let the tears fall down like rain, let her sing. Ease the start again, let her go. You can walk right out on me. If the sun comes up tomorrow, let her be. Oh, let her cry. Let the tears fall down like rain, let her sing. Ease the start again, let her go. You can walk right out on me. If the sun comes up tomorrow, let her be. Oh, let her be.
Little shorter of a podcast this week, guys. I want to thank you for watching. That was Trippin' Hard with Zeke and Cos. Pimp. We want to chastise Jose Martinez for being a bitch. And we want to chastise Joel Peterson for thinking he's so cool. We don't have to do the podcast. You know, they're going to say, well, you told us we didn't have to show up. And it's like, because I already knew you weren't. It's that future shit, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing. We love our guys. We can't wait to get them back next week with our guest. I think we have, shit, it's written down in my book. I want to say Witherspoon. So, Spoonman, if you see this, get your bit together for next week. Don't talk about too many of those forbidden things or else the government might come in for us next. Either way, last week, show ran long. Didn't get to our sports section. Still haven't filmed our cool little sports transition video, but we're working on it. So, without further ado, well, I won't introduce it. Take a look at what we did last week. And hey, guys, 1, 2, 3, thank you so much for watching. It's the podcast. Our next level athlete, Joel, here is a warrior of a very specific kind. He's a warrior of the Lakewood YMCA Men's Floor Hockey Spring Edition Championship variety of men. And we just so happened to be on the scene for his championship game. And here's a little taste of what happened. This is the official 2017 World Lakewood YMCA Floor Hockey Championship Spring Edition. The green team versus the dark grays. Right now, it's a 0-0 barn burner in the first period. But insanity awaits. As a mother, and this our mother to be, in this climate, in this state of the union, what is your take on men's floor hockey World Lakewood Championship right here in your backyard?
Oh, this is intense. This is a big game. I think everyone's doing pretty well in this season, and we'll see who's the best.
Right, and who are you rooting for today? The green team or the dark grays? You good. Fitness is first. Fitness is key.
Well, I know a few guys on each team, so with everything going on right now, I haven't been able to keep up, so I'd like to see who they're going to actually.
So you'd like to see Joel and the green team win?
Yes.
So you've had it first. The people have spoken. Joel and the green team will win today. 5-0. Thank you, my darling. Is it a boy or a girl?
Boy.
Boy. Ezekiel is a good name. Yeah. Ezekiel, middle name Cosmo. We like that. All right.
I like it.
And may I ask you, who are you rooting for today? The green team or the dark grays?
The green.
The green. Oh, representing with the colors. Very good, very good. And may I ask you, who is your favorite player on the green team?
Well, that's a difficult question to ask because 2 of them are my brothers.
So I guess the question that I'm trying to ask you is, who is your favorite brother? Okay, let me ask you this question. Who put you in more chicken wings as a child? Bent your arm backwards, pulled your hair, threw you in the pool.
Joel, I didn't get Owen until I was 18.
So you have more fond memories of Owen then, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So probably Owen.
It's a tough call. It's a tough call. I mean, Joel is...
He's blood.
He's Joel. And he's more bigger than me than Owen. And if I had to say I was more afraid of one of them, it would be Joel. So I'm going to say Joel's my favorite, only because he's enormous as a person.
So your motivation is fear then?
Usually.
Okay. Well, okay. Now, can you tell me what your stance is on the phenomenon striking our country known as World Champion Lakewood YMCA men's floor hockey? What is your opinion on this phenomenon that's taken over the country?
Well, I mean, it's the Wednesday night thing. Everybody comes to the game, and by everybody, I mean me and these two other ladies.
Okay, okay.
And then, win or lose, everybody shows up at our house and eats pizza and drinks beer. So, yeah, it's pretty great. The guys enjoy it. They have fun.
Who gets drunk the quickest at the after party?
My mother.
Your mother? You know, you wouldn't be telling me Porky Pies, would you? It's honestly your mother?
Well, she thinks that she can hang with the boys, but she's the tiny lady. So, yeah.
Well.
She can't drink as much as that.
So we will be sure to be challenging your mom to a shot drinking contest. Anyways, do you believe that someone other than Daenerys Targaryen will be riding dragons this season in Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Do you watch Game of Thrones? Oh, you got to get on that. You really do. I mean, it's the second best thing in the world compared to world champion Lakewood YMCA men's floor hockey. It's like a close second.
Something happened.
And some action on the cards. Joel Peterson seems fired up.
Joel did something good, I think.
We sit here and interview his sister for good luck. He seems to be doing quite well. I'm here with local standout Cosmo Whitroot. Cosmo, who are you rooting for today?
Green team, baby. Green team all the way.
Who is your favorite player on the green team?
Oh, obviously it's JP, the man.
You're speaking of none other than Joel Peterson, I'm assuming?
That's the one.
You know he scored the first goal.
He did.
Maybe if I turn around and turn my back, he'll score another one. You want me to try?
Yes, I do.
Should I count to 10? Oh, here he is.
Himself.
Joel, that was a beautiful goal. You didn't score that? We heard that you did. How are you feeling so far, Mr. Peterson? It's 1-0. Oh, it's 1-1, the good guy. Zeke and here for 1, 2, 3. It's the podcast. And as you can see, 2-1 entering the second period of this championship world champion Lakewood YMCA men's floor hockey championship league championship match. The green team, none other than Joel Peterson and my man Owen Murphy and their other man John, who Joe claims is MVP of the league. They are nursing a 2-1 lead in this, the most highly intense matchup in the history of world champion Lakewood YMCA men's floor hockey. As you can see, the action on the court is absolute pandemonium. These wild gladiators who hardly keep from tearing each other limb from limb. At any moment, a massive fight that could break the seventh seal and lead to the apocalypse and the end of this world as we know it. It takes place right here down on Ragnarok itself. As the green team watches the seconds tick, 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 they can feel one step closer to final victory in immortality. Wait, what the hell just happened? That's not good. When you entered into this facility for this, the world champion Lakewood YMCA men's floor hockey championship between the green team and the dark rays, Was the feeling in the pit of your stomach anything short of sensational?
I was sensational, yes. And then I came up and saw that it was 2-2, and then I'm just very ecstatic.
When was the last time, other than the season 6 Game of Thrones episodes 9 and 10, when was the last time that you had felt tension in a room like this?
I can't even remember the last time, honestly. It's crazy.
Have you ever been scared for the fate of so many men's psyches?
I don't think I have. I'm pretty worried.
There is war going on in several nations across the world. Nuclear tensions. It's hard for anyone to choose what's right or wrong. But one thing is for sure. At the conclusion of this contest, the souls of one half of these men will be crushed greater than anything you can ever possibly imagine. If, for some reason, who are you rooting for, by the way?
The green team.
Who's your favorite player on the green team?
Probably Joel Peterson.
Joel Peterson.
Straight up.
Joel Peterson, he seems to be everybody's favorite today. If for some reason Joel Peterson, say, loses this game, what will life for you be like in this upcoming next month, year, decade?
It'll probably be hell, honestly. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. But I have faith.
The shit has just gotten real. The green team has tied it up 3-3 halfway through the 5 periods of this, the world champion, Lakewood YMCA men's football hockey championship. The crowd is excited. They are cordially pumped up, ready to celebrate nothing short of victory for the green team.
Come on, green team.
Zeke Patrick here from 1, 2, 3, it's the podcast. I'm here with John Haskell. He has been called by many, namely Joe Peterson, as the MVP of the league. Well, tonight, it wasn't quite the same story. What went wrong out there, John?
Well, we didn't get it there. We couldn't get it done. You know, we gave it our all, but in the end, we came away with a loss. But I'll tell you what, Joe Peterson with a hat trick, kid showed heart.
And he did that indeed. Much like LeBron James, you can only score 3 goals and hope that the team can do the rest. Was there something to the strategy that was off, or were you guys well prepared for this contest?
I want to believe we were well prepared, but that'd be a lie, because clearly we didn't come away with that win. So we could have done something different. But you know what? We'll keep our chin up. Same guys coming back next year. Hopefully no free agents out there. And we're going to go for another title, another championship.
Okay, because I did hear a rumor that one Corey was indeed on the chopping block after his performance tonight. But you are saying as team captain that you want to keep the core squad together.
I don't want to put too much thought into that, but let me tell you, if Corey goes, I go. You can take that to the bank.
John Haskell, thank you. We are here with the game. Maybe not winner, but MVP for sure, with a hat trick, Mr. Joe Peterson. Joel, you clearly believed that you would score at least 2 goals. You claimed before this game that either I'm going to score 2 more goals or die. Not die trying, I will literally die if I do not score 2 goals. You may not have came away with the win, but you did have the hat trick. Do you feel at least some solace in the fact that you lived up to your word?
No, honestly, I feel like I'm probably taking my last breaths. Taking a loss in the column, win-loss column, really cancels out anything I've done good ever in my whole life.
What? That was the one time that you saved a bunny from an oncoming bus of school children, and they heralded you as a hero. I mean, at least that still has to count for something in your heart.
Well, you know, on the way home, I'm probably going to kill a bunny and crash into a school bus, so...
Don't do that.
I'm telling you.
It's rude.
Joel, it's obviously an emotional time for you, and you'll have to take a step back and rub that, you know, let this one breathe a little bit. But Joel, going into 2018, what is the one change that the green team needs to make in order to defeat the dark grays next year?
Well, I imagine probably smoking less toke off the old pipe before the game would help a little bit. Or maybe one more. Really, we'd have to do some experimenting on that to find out.
I would assume one more, Joel.
Yeah.
Any shout-outs that you want to give right now?
I want to shout out to my main man, the King of Winterfell, Jon Snow. And, yeah, that's... Oh, and Andrew Benedetti. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, in life, there are winners, losers, champions, but then are men of great stature that rise above all of those titles. At this moment, that's Joel Peterson. Thank you, Joel. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks.
In victory or defeat.
Yep.
Well, I hope that was that was inspiring and eye-opening. Joel, we never got a proper chance to get the interview because the mic, we just didn't get good sound, but now that we're here, I'm going to pretend this is a microphone.
I can't believe you're bringing me back to this.
And we're coming back. So, the final score was 5-4, right?
Yeah.
5-4. You scored 3 of your team's 4 goals. Is that correct?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was a team effort, though.
Team effort. Team effort where the rest of the team scored 1 goal. You probably assisted on it or some shit. But, Joel, what emotion did you directly feel as soon as the horn buzzed at the end of that game?
Well, I'll bring us back to Game of Thrones. Arya is wandered up on the Red Wedding and is seeing what's going down. She actually sees her brother's wolf get killed, Rob's wolf get killed. And she sits there feeling like there's nothing she can do to do this, but she's going to do it anyway. It's something like that, and I'll tell you, it built a fire inside of me. And I'll, like, you know, and I run into some of you at the bars and stuff, some of the guys that are in this league. I'll tell you this. The fucking North remembers, man. I'm coming back to get that. I'm coming for that goddamn championship. I'm taking them all. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
Well, we won't dig too much deeper into this grave.